Hello everyone and welcome to this week's WAC. This week we're going to be working with multiplying and dividing of decimals, and today we're going to focus on decimals. So the TEK is 6.3e, multiply and divide positive rational numbers fluently. That is our goal here. As you can see, here is a setup example of what we're going to be doing. The nice part about multiplying with decimals is you get to ignore the decimals and then just bring it back at the end. Here is an example video showing you how.
We've looked at how to multiply whole numbers and fractions. Now we're going to learn how to multiply decimals. And multiplying decimals is important because, as you know, dollars and cents involve decimals. Okay, let's take a look at an example. Reed bought 1 8/10 pounds of green beans. The green beans cost $1.27 per pound. What was the total cost of Reed's green beans? Now, to solve this exercise, we need to multiply the cost per pound times the pounds of green beans. Let's bring in our factors. $1.27, and then our pounds was 1 8/10. Now, when we multiply decimals, we actually multiply them the same way we multiply whole numbers.
Now right here, you don't have to line up the decimals, but you need to line up the numbers. You should see the 7 with the 8 below it and the 2 with the 1 below it. Let me show you what I mean. If I were to actually write this out myself, I would have put right here directly the 8 below the 7 and the 2 below the 1. Yes, the decimal points are here and here, but you didn't have to line them up. Yeah, but the numbers, you see, are lined up. It's important to keep the right columned numbers in the right location, because when you multiply, you don't want to lose track of which number you're supposed to multiply by what. And if you would prefer to use the lattice method for multiplying, you can do the same thing and then count the place values at the end, just like you would with this technique.
So we won't worry about the decimal until we get our product. So 8 times 7 is 56. Write the 5 there. 8 times 2 is 16, and 5, that's 21. 8 times 1 is 8, and 2, that gives us 10. Next, we have 1 times 7, which is 7, 1 times 2, which is 2, and 1 times 1, which is 1. Oh, I almost forgot my placeholder. Let's go ahead and add now. 6 plus 0 is 6, 1 plus 7 is 8, 0 plus 2 is 2, and 1 plus 1 is 2.
Whoa, that was fast. There we go. She just multiplied here, whatever you multiply, 8 times 7, this is your whole first row. Now notice how you drop a 0 when you go to the second place value. If you're doing the lattice, you don't have to do this whole dropping of 0 thing.
We have our product. Like I said, now we're going to bring in the decimal. And the way you figure out the decimal is by looking at the decimal places in your factors. Now our first factor has 2 decimal places, 1, 2, and the second one has 1 decimal place. What we want to do now is add those decimal places. So 2 plus 1 is 3.
Now let's see, you see how it goes hop, hop. The decimal place is 2 places in. If it wasn't on site, it would be on the right and you would count 0 place values. Because the decimal is 2 places in, you count it as 2 places. Because here the decimal is 1 hop in, you count that as 1 place.
And therefore our product has 3 decimal places. That's 1, 2, 3.
That's 3 hops.
Now this answer looks a little strange. And the reason it looks a little strange is because we're dealing with money. So if we're dealing with money, that means we need to round to the nearest hundred.
And if you had actually rounded to start, 1.8 would have rounded to 2. 1 would have rounded to 1. And what is 2 times 1? 2, so your answer should be close to 2 wholes. So it is reasonable if you think about rounding.
Here's our hundredths place. We have an 8. If you look at the number on the right, it's a 6, which means we round up. So we have $2.29. And there you have it. The total cost of Reed's green beans is $2.29.
Because money only goes to the hundredths place.
So you see, multiplying decimals can be delicious and lucrative. See you next time.
Alright, if you wanted to do this lattice style, I want to really quickly run you through that because that needs to be something that you're more familiar with. If you were to actually make the box for this, it is a 3 by 2 box because you have 3 digits and 2 digits. Where's the dark brushes? Let me see if that's better. Yes, it is. So I've got a 1, a 2, and a 7 times 18. And then that's the amount of boxes that I do. There's 2 numbers here, so I do a box this way. There's 3 numbers here, so I do a box this way. Then this is where they call it the lattice, because you're going to be doing these diagonal lines that go from corner to corner. Well, that is not the best diagonal line. Let's see if I can. So let me undo. Yep. No, let's rotate. Alright, we're going to go with it then. So, and this line goes here. Let me keep this one going. So, 7 times 1 is 7. There's a 0 in the tens place. 7 times 8. 7 times 7 is 49. So, 7 more is 56. 56. 8 times 2 is 16. 2 times 1, you got a 2 in the ones place, a 0 in the tens place. 1 times 1, 0 with a 1 again. 1 times 8, 0 with the 8. Now you're just going to be adding each of these rows. So this row here, just 6. 6 plus 5 is 11, plus 7 is 18. So I'm going to carry a 1 to the next box. 8 plus 2 is 10, plus 2 more is 12. Carry a 1 to the next box. 1 plus 1 is 2. So you get the exact same answer you just got with Miss Sandoval. You've got 2, 2, 8, 6. And remember, you've got to go back and count those place values. Hop, hop. This is 2 place values, or 2 PVs in. This one is 1 hop, so that is 1 place value, or 1 place value PV in. That's a total of 3 place values, so we're going to have 3 hops. So it'll start here on the right, because if the decimal's not in sight, it's on the right. 1, 2, 3. My decimal goes here. And because you're dealing with money, the final answer here should be $2.20. Now remember, 5 or more, add 1 more to this number. 4 or less, I would have let this rest and left it as 8. Because that's 5 or more, I'm going to go ahead and make this 29. So the cost was $2.29. Excellent. Alright, thank you so much for your time. Make sure that you do your WAC and you do your analyzing with a summary of at least 3 complete sentences and your question about the video. Thank you so much.